look how awesome this mannequin looks, this haircut. So what I'm gonna do is a live haircut, and I'm just gonna enhance this and work this into a really cool kind of retro, I would say goth industrial type of shape. All right, so this front piece, as you can see here, it's slightly disconnected than all of this. I like how this is working in longer down and through here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to kind of use this feather razor right here, and I'm just going to work this in on an angle to connect these two right here. I'm just trying to soften this up a bit. And I just want to make this work into this a little bit easier. This is all done really by hand and by feel. That's where all this comes into. And you can see how we're just softening this up quite a bit here. There we go, it's looking a little better. Let's turn this a little bit this way. So there's a gap right there. And what I'm looking to do is just close that gap. Now, if you are looking to do haircuts like this at home, on yourself, then this feather razor right here, you can get this, I think down below in my description, I have a link to all my Amazon, the things I use on Amazon, which are like my affiliate links. And this is called the Feather Razor. It's in there under hair tools, I believe. So you can get it right on Amazon where I got it. So I get a lot of my hair tools right on Amazon if I don't have them myself, my own, but I don't have a feather razor of my own. So this is a great tool for when the hair is dry. And you can see what's happening is now this is really getting softened, and it's really working into this very, very nicely. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to look and feel for areas that are a little bit longer. I'm gonna try to connect some of this. And the way I'm doing that is by just pulling the hair up and looking for areas and pieces that aren't connected. And I'm using the razor kind of like as a tool to connect all this length. And some parts are going to be more than others. Okay, so this side, the good thing about this side was already cut. But this is going to allow you to have a lot more of a softer kind of textured fringe, right? A softer blend. This is really ideally done on someone who's got thicker hair to begin with. All right, let's utilize my regular scissors right here. Let's turn this head this way a little bit here so we can see this back view. All right, now the back has a fairly slight disconnection in through here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of work this in and blend this a bit more this way. So I like to blend everything first, and then I go in and I do all like the disconnect, the thinning out and all that kind of stuff. You know, I do a lot of this all first to make sure this is all balanced and blended. Yeah, this is where all the magic is going to happen on top here. Right here is this connection right in through this part. So it's fairly disconnected right in through here, but I'm trying to match this up into this. So it creates now you don't have to have, you know, a perfectly blended haircut. I mean, a lot of these haircuts, the thing about that is that it's really edgy, right? And the whole thing, it's like it may be disconnected in some parts. So I still want to maintain that. However, what I'm looking to do is just balance some of this so that it looks that much better when it does it. Like, I don't want to have longer pieces in through certain areas on the head. I'd rather just have a nice consistent flow to it. So, like for example, all these hairs back here, you know, if they're longer, like a lot longer, like this, I don't want that to happen because it's not going to look right on the head. So I'm trying to create a balance. And this is, and if you're cutting hair at home, like all these little pieces that are longer, if you want to create a really good balanced shape, that's what I suggest doing first. And if you're cutting hair, you know, as a professional, focus on creating the foundation first, and then go in and then do the disruption, the texturizing, because you got to have that solid foundation, right? It's like not having proper flooring, the floor's going to cave in, right? Or improper roofing, all that kind of stuff. It's just not going to look right. Okay, so here we go. Let's go into this side here. I'm going to over direct this, and there we go. You can see I'm just trying to really connect this here, and I'm over directing. Watch how I over direct all the way to the corner, and this is really heavy right here, which we'll fix. But you see how I'm over directing all the way to this side, because that's where that's where the blending happens. And then when you bring the hair back, it all connects together. Yeah, see, it's all now starting to soften in and blend in. This is like, I know not everyone would wear this haircut, but like, this is such a cool haircut. And I used to be a DJ at a nightclub in like in the goth scene, the goth and industrial scene. So this is like really, really near and dear to to me, because I've seen so much of this throughout the years in person on people. Just gonna sharpen this up right here. Yeah, I mean, look how sick that looks in the back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to add some texturizing to everything with the thinning shears. And this is where it's a matter of feel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift all this, and I'm going to let the hair fall into the shears so I can soften all this kind of real time. So I'm lifting and I'm looking for those kind of disconnected or heavy pieces, and then I'm letting the hair fall in to that. Again, this is a bit more advanced, but this is where all like the real skill starts to come in, is being able to texturize all this and make it work and blend. All right, let's go through the back on this side here. And let's see what we got. So this side definitely is a bit heavier, but it's not like the hair itself, there's not a lot of density. So if you're thinking to yourself, well, my hair isn't really that thick, then, you know, don't do this if you feel like it's going to make your hair even thinner. But notice also, I'm not doing this on the scalp area. I'm really doing this where I think it's the heaviest, where the hair is falling, like in certain areas. So what that's doing, it's just making it a little piecier. So let's take a good look at how cool this is. I mean, this looks like awesome. All right. Let's get all this hair out of the way here. So that looks super neat, right? So we can, now this can sweep over a little bit easier. You could even almost create a bit of like a little bit of a gap right in through here, like a side parting if you want, right? Like a side part. And then you can use, this is the original OG locked hairspray. It just has a new label on it, but it's the same product. This is a matte finish pliable hair product, hairspray, just to give it a little light hold and texture. There, see how nice this, I mean, this is awesome, man. This is really like, and I know if some of you who are watching this that are like 13, you're going, oh, that's so stupid. Well, go on YouTube and type in goth hairstyle or goth music, right? Industrial music. You'll see this is, I mean, this is all where it all started, man. Really, really cool haircuts like this, you know? And I love this type of stuff. And, you know, I'm sure there's people watching this that are going to be like, oh my gosh, I had my hair like this in the 80s. And if you did, that's awesome. But, you know, let me know in the comments also, who are some of your favorite bands from this genre? Do you like Skinny Puppy? Do you like Ministry? Do you like Christian Death? Do you like The Cure, New Order, Depeche, Morrissey, The Smiths? All that. I have stories for all those groups. I haven't met Morrissey. So, all right. Well, let me know if you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun recreating this shape. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to purchase any of my products, use code YouTube20 at shop.thesalonguy.com. See you soon.